Welcome to Reiki of Our Times from the ISA Institute of Self-Awareness with Helen and Larry Borth.
Well, we're glad to be with you today, and we have some things to share. And particularly for those of you who know me for many, many years, this work of waking up to the energy part of our being. I want to be absolutely clear in our presentation today that we are form and we are formless. And the part of us that is form gets so much attention on fixing it, helping it. It's always thoughts have to do with changing and doing something with the form. And what happens to the formless, our aura? Energy follows thought. So we create our aura by our thinking and the thoughts we think. So this is our excellent picture of a form. And what I want to talk about mostly has to do with the formless, which is this energy around it. Just put that energy up there, Larry, because he's the specialist on the energy part of us. It's interesting that the word out here is that who we really are is this part that he's drawing right now. That's who we really are, 99.99%. And who we think we are is this 0.01%. Now, I'm not talking, oh, put that in there. I'm not talking about that part today. We're talking about this part today, because that's what's important. And I want you to pay attention. I want Larry to write form close to this, F-O-R-M, and formless, put that up here. This is his specialty, checking the auras to help people have a happier life, less
stress,
problems, what have you.
less anxiety.
Yes. So at ISA we have three things that fit this pattern. First of all, we are a major center in Reiki, simply because I was the first Reiki master in Wisconsin in 1980. So that's what, 37 years of energy work. So we're Reiki, and the consciousness classes that I teach shift and lift, so that we learn how to shift, use patterns to shift out of a pattern that doesn't feel good and put us into a pattern that does feel much better. But there's also putting ourselves in a pattern that'll lift us completely out of this and more into this part of us. So we have form, and this is our formless part. Now, this part here, working with people in class, working with Larry all the time, this part of us, he has it out here pretty good. This is not too bad. But most people that come have this line. Where do you think it is? Can you put that on there? When you don't feel right and you're suffering about every little thing, picking up too much of the energy that's around. All right. That's what happens, it pulls in. Now, here's what I want you to know today. First of all, that this field can be cleaned. And I'm not going to tell you how to do it right now, But I want you to know that it's possible, it happens all the time, that when you have a more uplifting thought pattern, your field is cleaner. Cleaner meaning that you're giving the vibrations a chance to vibrate to the core of their being, their specialty, not the way you think to make them vibrate. Another way is balancing. Now maybe
Right.
you can talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so much of us, so much of our belief patterns are either positive or negative, maybe male or female, right and wrong. When our thought patterns and beliefs are so connected to those kind of beliefs, our pattern gets off. Sometimes I'll see if my hand becomes the form, the form actually is moved over to one side of the energy field or the other, or up high or low. I did a whole section of this in the book, The Nature of Auras. It puts our energy field out of balance, especially if you're in a serious relationship issue. It puts your energy out of balance, left or right.
And you're walking around like that.
And
all
now
the
you don't
time.
feel well because your energy, you're off center of your own energy.
And you don't know what to do about it because we don't have a pill we could go and buy that's going to
Yeah.
make us go back into the right
Yeah.
balance.
And then you go to the doctor and they say nothing's wrong with you, maybe you need a psychiatrist, and then, whatever. It goes on from there.
So far then we have that you can get your aura cleaned and you can get it balanced.
Also, we go back to the size thing. You can get from really tight and kind of a nebulous tight aura to a much more open aura. That's
Look how many people, when they leave Reiki sharing, they feel so much better because they're walking out with a big aura.
rather than the small tight aura
Right.
they came in with.
Right. And with the Reiki, a lot has to do with the attunements they get and what kind of patterns they think about.
Yeah,
that
and then
follow
being
it
able
up.
to transmit the
Right.
different frequencies and different energies and different vibrations.
So that this outside kind of an edge, this outside edge can be very fragile, very, like the core of the being isn't strong, so that it's so fragile that they pick up everything.
You can walk by somebody that's having a bad day and then instantly you feel tighter, you feel angry. Because this outer edge of your energy field isn't strong, and to keep all that other energy away from the core of your being.
So it'd be very fragile or very strong. That doesn't mean it's tough, but it's strong, meaning you could go through any kind of relationship,
Stress.
stress, whatever is going on, but that you can handle it
Yeah.
without suffering.
Yeah. Or loss of a job without it affecting your self-worth, your self-value. Things happen, and if it affects the totality of your being, then you know you're owned by something outside of you, rather than having that core energy so strong, no matter what happens in your life, you stay strong.
We have mastered playing the victim.
Yes.
We don't need to play that anymore. We can move out of that.
Yeah. Victim energy looks like this red line in here, kind of all wiggly wobbly, broken.
And, oh,
Yeah, go ahead.
you go to the next one, that this, if you have one of these skinny ones here, you can pull it bigger.
Yeah.
Auras can be stretched so easily.
Yeah.
It's one of the best parts of Reiki.
It's not a rule, but it is one of our beliefs that energy follows thought. So if your thoughts are of a constricting, negative nature, your energy shrinks. If your thoughts are on a, and I don't want to use what positive, but of a more open nature, your energy field automatically opens. Now, this is what energy do you wish to share with your family, with your friends, if you're a Reiki practitioner, what energy do you wish to transmit? Tight and small, or open and expanding?
Or find out that that's what you're walking around with. I always say you're a walking book.
And, you know, we always talk about your broadcasting. So if you're broadcasting this red, tight, and angry energy, this is what you're sharing with everybody in your life, including your jobs, your relationships, you know, everything.
And the planet.
And the planet. Let's put the whole planet, let's put the universe out there. So let's not keep such a small vision here.
All right, so we have cleaned, we have balanced, we have stretched. Now, the last one I want to talk about is that you can take this and uplift it.
Yeah.
Uplift it to a place that would be more masterful, maybe a little more spiritual. But the key word will be allowing. To shift your frequency so that you're a walking book of allowing life to happen to yourself, to everybody, without getting caught.
Yeah. And it's very hard for me to draw when the frequency of your energy field changes. It goes from maybe slow and tight to maybe bigger undulations of energy and more, including more frequencies, because in color, I see it go from, you know, kind of dark and heavy to like what I would call Easter colors, light and pastels. That's one way I see some of these energy increases. It becomes brighter, more translucent. It has a quality to it that when that type of a person steps in the room, they fill that room with their energy field.
So you, the listening public here, can see how exciting this work is, and that having your aura drawn for you is such a help in knowing how you can help yourself, how any of the activities at ISA can help you.
Yeah, and then again, our main purpose is to uplift every person that comes here. If they come through a Reiki class, a consciousness class, an aura consultation, or basically our goal is the same thing.
Those 3 things.
Yeah, if whatever they come in, their need is, our basic goal is to uplift them and to send them out better, stronger than they were when they came in.
Okay, so we would like to create a presentation so that we'd have a presentation and a discussion of people who have listened to this and are interested. I invite you to come. We will have the phone number to register shortly here. I would like you to call, and then we will set up a time and a location for both of that. So please, if you want to discuss in greater depth what we presented this morning, this is what you would need to do to join us in a future program.
And Lynn will give you the telephone number and the email address right now.
Thank you, Helen and Larry. Our phone number is 414-323-4522, and our discussions will be on a donation basis. If you would like to email us at iselfawareness369@gmail.com, you can do that too. Thank you.
Give them the phone number once more.
The phone number again is 414-323-4522.
And the I self-awareness is all one.
Yes.
This I self-awareness, it's all connected.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.